The Psychology of Overthinking. My name is Howard Nehal and I represent Applied Technology Research Center. In this presentation, we will be exploring the psychology behind overthinking. Often we label ourselves as difficult or broken because our minds won't stop racing. But psychology suggests a different root cause. You overthink because at some point you learn to expect pain. It is a defense mechanism, not a character flaw. For those who care deeply, emotions can shift in an instant. When you get attached to someone, your brain treats every single interaction as a high-stakes data. A simple text or a glance isn't a moment. It feels like a measure of your safety in that relationship. Let's look at what this feels like in daily life. If a partner's tone shifts slightly, your brain flags it as a danger signal. If a text reply is delayed, you don't think they are busy, you think they are pulling away. Even a look that seems different than usual can trigger a panic response. It is crucial to understand that this reaction isn't about being needy or demanding. It is about how your nervous system is wired. Your brain is scanning the environment for threats to your connection, interpreting neutral events as potential rejection. So what is happening biologically? Your brain is constantly scanning for subtle signs that something is wrong. In psychology, this is known as rejection sensitivity. It stems from a deep-rooted fear of being pushed away, ignored, or unseen. Because of this fear, you might find yourself replaying conversations late at night. You aren't doing this to create drama. You're doing it to decode hidden meanings, trying to figure out if you said too much or not enough, desperately searching for proof that you're still safe in the relationship. This constant scanning keeps your nervous system on high alert, specifically around the people you love the most. To an overthinker, love often feels fragile, like the glass that could shatter or vanish without warning. Even when things are not going perfectly, a voice in your head whispers, "What if it's not?" This leads to a negativity bias where one cold moment, a short text, a sigh, feels significantly louder and more important than 10 warm, loving moments. Your brain prioritizes the threat over the safety. This creates a painful paradox. You crave closeness and connection more than anything, yet you're terrified of being misunderstood or rejected if you get too close. This is why you might obsess over the tone of a text, the time it was sent, or the emoji that was used. It is not about control, it is about survival. You're trying to gather enough data to guarantee your safety. You're analyzing the variables to ensure you won't be hurt. It is a protective strategy, but an exhausting one. The good news is that this storm can be quieted. Often, all it takes is one reassuring word or a small, consistent gesture of emotional safety to reset the nervous system. When an overthinker feels truly safe, the anxiety fades. Deep down, the goal isn't perfection or being overloved. The goal is simply to feel secure in the connection. When that safety is established, the overthinking stops being a survival tactic and starts to heal. You don't need to be fixed, you just need to feel safe. We're back. No Drama, Just Technology by Howard Nehal. That's me. And my company, Applied Technology Research Center. Welcome to the presentation. Thank you for your time today. I want to start with a question. What would it feel like if technology was the most boring part of your business? Think about that for a moment. Welcome and thank you for your time today. I want to start with a question. What would it feel like if technology was the most boring part of your business? Think about that for a moment. No more late night crisis calls when something breaks. No more nodding along in meetings pretending you understand what synergistic cloud native paradigms means. No more opening invoices only to find unexpected charges that weren't discussed. Instead, picture this. Your systems work quietly in the background like telecom. They save you time, they cut your costs, they make your customers happier. And you're free to focus on what you actually went into business to do. That is, serve your customers, grow your revenue, and lead your team. That's not a fantasy, that's what we do. And in this presentation, I'm going to show you exactly how we make that happen. Let me ask you, does any of this sound familiar? You bring in a technology vendor, excited to solve a problem, but instead you get confusion. Meetings filled with jargon that makes you feel like you should have gone to tech school instead of business school. Then come the surprises. While we're at it, we'll need to add this module. Or, oh, that wasn't in the original scope, that's a change order. Or, the licensing fees are actually higher than we quoted. Months go by, you don't hear from them. They're a black box. And when they finally deliver, your team hates it. It doesn't fit how they actually work. So they keep using the old spreadsheets and you have wasted 6 figures. Or worse, they convince you that you need AI or blockchain or some new shiny new platform, when honestly, a better customer relationship management system would have solved 90% of your problems. Here's the truth. This isn't your fault. You're not bad at technology. You have been sold techno-drama, and it's an industry-wide problem that profits from your confusion. Now, I want you to think about what techno-drama is really costing you. And I don't mean just the invoice amount. It's costing you your time, hours in meetings where you're pretending to understand, days spent managing vendors instead of managing your business, weeks of rework because the system doesn't actually fit your workflow. It's costing you money, not just overcharges and surprise fees, but the opportunity cost of tools you paid for that nobody uses, the expensive software sitting idle because it's too complicated. It's costing you your peace of mind. That's low-level anxiety that something's going to break, or that you're making the wrong decision, or that you're being taken advantage of but you can't prove it. It's costing your team their morale. They're the ones who have to use these broken systems every day. They're frustrated, burned out, and resistant to change. Not because they're difficult, but because they've been burned before. And ultimately, it's costing you your focus. You started a business to serve customers, to create value, to build something meaningful, not to become a part-time technology manager. Now let me paint a different picture for you. What if technology could actually be simple? Imagine walking into a meeting where everything is explained in plain English. No acronyms, no buzzwords, just clear, straightforward language about what's happening, why it matters, and how it impacts your bottom line. Imagine knowing exactly what you're going to pay before you sign anything. No hourly billing that rewards slowness, no surprise change orders, no, while we are at it, upsells. Just a fixed price, a fixed timeline, and a promise that's kept. Imagine every technology decision being tied directly to your profit and loss statement. Before anyone suggests a tool, they calculate. Will this save money? Will it make money? Will it reduce the risk? If the answer isn't clear, you don't buy it. It's as simple as that. Imagine owning your systems completely. No proprietary black boxes, no vendor lock-in, no being held hostage because only one company understands how your system works. You have the keys, you have the documentation, you have the control. And imagine the feeling of calm. Technology just works. You don't think about it. You sleep well at night, and your business, it becomes unstoppable because you're focused on what matters. This isn't fantasy. This is what no drama delivers. So how do we guarantee this? Let me be very specific about our promises to you. First, we tie every single decision to your profit and loss statement. Before we recommend anything, any tool, any process, any change, we calculate the ROI. Will it save you money? Will it make money? Will it reduce the risk? If we can't show you the numbers, we won't recommend it. It's as simple as that. We don't care how cool or cutting edge something is if it doesn't serve your business. Second, we speak English, not tech. We have a strict no jargon rule. If we can't explain something in plain language that you understand, we haven't done our job. You will never sit in a meeting nodding along pretending you understand what someone just said. We work for you, not the other way around. Third, we define the finish line before we start. Fixed scope, fixed price, fixed timeline. You'll know exactly what you're getting, exactly when you'll get it, and exactly what it costs before you sign anything. No hourly billing, no incentives for us to work slowly. Fourth, we are fiercely independent. We don't take referral fees from software vendors. We don't have quotas to fill. We don't have targets to meet. When we recommend a tool, it's because it's the best fit for your problem, not because the vendor is paying us. And fifth, this is critical. We will tell you when to say no. If you come to us with a problem and the best solution is not to buy new software, we'll tell you. We make our money by solving real problems, not by selling unnecessary upgrades. Let me show you how these promises translate into real protection for you and your business. First, we will never bill by the hour. Think about this. When a vendor bills hourly, they are incentivized to work slowly. More hours means more revenue for them. It's a misalignment of interests, and we don't do that. We are paid the same amount whether we finish in 3 weeks or 6 weeks. So guess what? We are motivated to work efficiently and get you results fast. Second, we provide crystal clear scope documentation. Not just what's included, but what's not included. We believe ambiguity is where technodrama lives. So we eliminate it upfront. If it's not in the scope, we'll tell you before we start, not after we send the invoice. Third, we design for adoption, not just implementation. We know your team is busy. We know they're skeptical of new systems. So we minimize disruption. We provide training that's practical, simple, and jargon-free. We build systems that fit their actual workflow, not some theoretical ideal. Because a system your team refuses to use is worse than no system at all. Fourth, you own everything. When our work is done, you have the strategy, the documentation, the credentials, the control. We don't build proprietary systems that hold you hostage. We don't make ourselves indispensable on purpose. If you never call us again, you're fine. That's how confident we are in the work we do. And fifth, we don't panic. Technology breaks, it happens. When it does, we don't point fingers. We don't create a crisis. We don't make you feel stupid for calling. We calmly assess the issue, fix it, and implement safeguards so it doesn't happen again. We usually build redundant systems so that crises don't occur because other systems are available to take over the slack. Because panic is a luxury you can't afford, and we don't indulge in it. Your success is our only metric, not our resume, not our portfolio, not our vendor relationships. Your success, and that's it. When you work with us, you're not just getting a service provider. You're getting a service partner who operates by non-negotiable principles. First, we optimize for your results, not our resumes. Here's what I mean. A lot of consultants build complex, impressive systems because it looks good on their portfolio. It proves how smart they are. But smart doesn't always mean effective. We build simple, effective systems that solve your problem. If a spreadsheet works, we'll recommend a spreadsheet. If we don't need to prove anything to anyone. If paper will do the job, we recommend paper. It's a 5,000-year-old technology. We don't need to prove anything to anyone except you. Second, we protect your team's time. We know your people are already stretched thin. They have real work to do. So we design implementations that minimize disruption. We don't pull them into endless meetings. We don't make them learn complicated new processes unless it's absolutely necessary. We respect their time because we know it's valuable. Third, we don't panic. Technology breaks. It happens to everyone. When it happens, some vendors create drama. They point fingers, they make it a crisis, they make you feel like the world is ending. We don't do that. We calmly assess the issue, we fix it, and we implement safeguards so it doesn't happen again. Because panic doesn't solve problems, clear thinking does. Fourth, you keep the keys. We don't build systems that make you dependent on us. When our work is done, you own everything. The strategy, the documentation, the access, the control. You can fire us tomorrow and you'll be fine. That's not a threat, that's a promise. We want you to succeed with or without us. We are not vendors, we are partners in your success, and we measure our success by yours. Let me bring this all together for you. Right now, you might be living in a world of endless meetings where nobody understands each other. Surprise bills that weren't discussed, systems that were supposed to help but actually make things harder, a team that's stressed and frustrated and resistant to change. That's the world of techno-drama, and it's exhausting. But it doesn't have to be that way. Imagine instead clear plans that everyone understands, fixed prices with no surprises, sort of rhymes, systems that actually work the way they're supposed to, a team that's confident and capable, and you have a peace of mind. Here's the bottom line. You have a business to run. You have customers to serve. You have revenue to grow. You have a team to lead. You shouldn't have to become a technologist just to make sure your company operates efficiently. That's not why you started your business. So here's our offer. Bring us your business problems, not your technology problems, your business problems. Tell us what's keeping you up at night. Tell us what's slowing you down. Tell us what's costing you money. We'll bring you strategic, plain English, ROI-driven technology solutions to solve them. No drama, just results. That's the no drama promise, and we are ready to deliver it for you. So what happens next? I want to make this as simple as possible. If you're ready to explore what technology could be like without the drama, here's our process. First, we'll schedule a 15-minute meeting. That's it, 15 minutes. In that time, we'll look at your current technology spend and map it to actual business outcomes. We'll identify where you're getting ROI and where you're just throwing money away. No sales pitch, no pressure, just clarity. Second, based on that conversation, we'll provide a clear recommendation in plain English. If you need our help, we'll tell you exactly what we do and why. If you don't need our help, we'll tell you that too. Remember, we'll tell you when to say no. That's part of our promise. Third, if we do move forward, you'll get a fixed price proposal. One page, clear scope, clear timeline, clear price. You'll know everything before you commit. No fine print, no surprises. There is no obligation to work with us. There is no high-pressure sales tactic. There is just a conversation that gives you clarity. To get started, just send an email or call to set up the 15-minute discussion. Let's have the simplest technology conversation you have ever had. No drama, just results. Thank you for your time today. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Here is my contact information. My number is +92 343 270 2932, and the email is no-drama@atrc.net.pk. Hope to see you soon. I shall be explaining how to get above 20 times return on investment in any kind of project that you do with us. This presentation is not about code, servers, or technology or features. It's about how you will feel when your business is finally free from friction that holds you back. It's about the thrill of watching your returns multiply while your competitors struggle with the kind of stuff they're doing and what you might be doing right now. We are here to unlock your ultimate unfair advantage. People do not buy technology. They buy peace of mind. They buy the feeling of invincibility. Our entire ecosystem is designed to give you that exact feeling. We replace anxiety with absolute confidence, and we replace friction with effortless momentum. Think about the frustration of watching your profits vanish into the pockets of giant software monopolies. Now imagine the sheer relief of taking that power back. Our efficient solutions do not just save you money, they give you back your financial freedom and makes you the smartest business owner in the room. A data breach isn't just a financial loss, it's a nightmare that destroys reputations and steals your sleep. We don't just sell reliability, we sell you the profound, comforting feeling of invincibility. We give you the confidence to look your clients in the eye and promise them absolute safety. When you are lost in the complexities of global tech strategy, it feels overwhelming. Our premium advisory isn't an expense, it's a time machine. It's the exhilarating aha moment that instantly clears the fog, saves you millions in mistakes, and propels you years into the future in a single afternoon. The heartbreak of a startup isn't failed code, it's broken friendships and bitter equity disputes. Our project equity method is about harmony. It's the beautiful feeling of looking at your co-founders and teams, knowing everyone is deeply, fairly rewarded. It turns fragile startups into unbreakable families. There is nothing quite like the feeling of typing the exact right command and watching a complex server issue vanish in seconds. Our digital products and training don't just teach you syntax, they give you the swagger of an IT rockstar. We also develop system administration automation software. Our methods and software give you your time back and make you the undeniable hero of your workplace. When you use strategic ICT to align open source leverage, ironclad risk mitigation, and frictionless harmony of the project equity method, you don't just get a good business, you get an unfair advantage. You get to feel the profound satisfaction of knowing your success is structurally guaranteed, while others are left fighting an uphill battle. So the choice is yours. You can keep fighting the old way, or you can step into the winner's circle. Join us and let's build an empire that doesn't just succeed, but thrives, inspires, and generates generational wealth. The future is waiting. Let's make it yours. Here is my contact information. If you're a serious business person and have at least a 20-year business plan, I am happy to collaborate and I am awaiting an email from you.